So today we're doing a little bit of a different video. We're actually at the port picking up a tow truck, a Japanese tow truck with Ricky, the guy that had the Chaser in the last video. But yeah, we're here to pick it up from the port. We're actually at Tacoma Port right now. It's very foggy. There's a truck, by the way. We'll get back into that in just a second. In this video, we're just gonna kind of go over like a behind the scenes, I guess, of like an importer. Picking it up from port and inspecting it, getting it road legal, putting plates on it, and taking it back to the shop so that one of you guys can buy it. This truck specifically, he's gonna be using as a transport vehicle to tow incoming vehicles that you guys purchase from him from the port to the shop. So without further ado, let's check it out. All right, so we just picked up the new truck.
Yeah.
So how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm really excited. This is primarily something that I've been thinking about for a long time that's going to be used for efficiency. I've been coming to the port over the last 2 years and it's been difficult to gather these vehicles. Typically what I have to do is get together a bunch of friends and we ride in my truck. I'm driving these things back to get them cleared through customs and then bring them to the DMV to get them registered. What I got going on here that I'm really excited about is being able to use this to get my vehicles. These things are hard to come by. This one's in pretty decent shape considering how old it is. It is 25 years old. My buddy Charles here is a diesel technician, so he's kind of looking everything over for me. He works with this stuff every day and has for the last 30 years. So, I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. And I put my trust and faith in him for sure. A couple little things we're gonna have to address. We're definitely gonna have to go over the winch and stuff.
Just to be clear, like what is the year and model, make and model of this truck?
So this one in particular, this is a 1999 Isuzu Elf. It has the 5-liter diesel in it. It's naturally aspirated. I was really hunting for a turbo diesel, but they make a couple variants of the diesel engine.
Yeah.
This one being the 5-liter, has a bit more torque, a little more horsepower.
Right.
Probably still a pig. It's probably pretty gutless. But by any means, I don't really...
I mean, if it's made to carry 2 vehicles,
yeah, we'll see.
It can at least do that for sure.
Yeah, so. I mean, I hope so. I mean, we're gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find out. There's some reflectors on the side that we need to get up to U.S. Standards, just so I don't get messed with by State Patrol and things like that.
So because it's gonna be, I guess, registered as like a DOT like transport vehicle, it has to go through a couple extra steps.
Yeah.
In order for it to be, like, I guess, legally be used for what you're going to be using it for. Compared to like a regular, like a sports car that you would import.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and that's what Charles is here to do. He's going to be the one that's doing the DOT inspection on the vehicle. He is certified to do that. So we're going to do an annual report on it, and he's going to make sure that everything's working properly. Fluids are adequate, tires. I mean, there's so many things. Check the chassis, electrical. Right, the whole truck gets gone through. So once he gives the okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and have State Patrol and the DMV go through with everything, and I should be good to go.
So this can carry 2 vehicles?
Yeah, it's a twin carry. So it can put a vehicle up on the top deck there.
So this goes up?
Smaller vehicle will fit there. And then that will raise up, and then you can bring another vehicle underneath.
I know we talked about this yesterday. But like, you had some ideas of like putting like a little like livery or something on it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick too.
I want to keep it air correct. I remember being a kid watching, option videos and, them going to Abusu and like Gunsai Toge and, different tracks around Japan. Yeah. And I know, like, especially at Abusu, like seeing these twin carry trucks carrying a couple of different cars to the track.
Yeah.
And they're loaded up with their tires and, they got all their extra equipment and things. And
it's a sight to see for sure.
Yeah, and like when you saw those cars, a lot of them had matching liveries on the car and the truck.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's kind of the vibe I'm going with. I want to have my signage for Tacoma Imports and Right Hand Ricks. I want to put all that type of stuff on the truck. Maybe put some lights underneath, some underglow action, some interior lights, some Starlight headliner, and personalize it, make it my own,
I think it's funny, like it's kind of very Japanese, the sticker in the back.
Oh yeah.
Again, congrats.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I know this is something you've been looking forward to.
Yeah.
I wish my headlights are bright like everyone else's. My headlights suck. Sounds like someone is in need of some Oxito LED lights. Here's what's included in the box. Comes with instructions, comes with 2 gloves, And of course, the LED headlights. Now let's get these babies on. Okay, now let's get to installing these beautiful LED lights on. So first thing you wanna do is get the car situated so that we can access the headlight bulbs much easier. Second thing you wanna do, gloves on. Now that that's open, it should be as simple as a couple of twists. Get this out. There we go. Okay, so now that we got the HIDs out, it's time to put the LEDs in. Let's go. So with the HIDs out, you want to take your LED bulbs and line up the grooves, and it should slide right back in like so. And once you get the grooves lined up, just secure it just like the OEM bulbs were, and plug them right in, and then just make sure it's all secure and you're good to go. Once you're done, you'll go from this to this. Now I can see. And don't forget to use code TZGarage to save 15% off your next order so you can see too. Now back to the video. I thought we'd take a closer look. There's a cappuccino and an AZ1. The things you see at the port, there's always something to see here. I must say, the AZ1, I think this is the first time I've seen it in person. It's actually pretty nice. Compared to the I was never like a super big fan of the cappuccino. I never quite understood the, you know, the hype there, but AZ1 is pretty sick. And just like that, we just brought this truck to the shop. Yeah, so I mean, there wasn't really much to show after we left the port. We just had to stop by to make sure to get it inspected. Everything is good, fill in paperwork, submit it to the DMV, which is literally right next door. And that's literally about it. And that's all it takes to get your 25-year-old import into the United States, at least for Washington State, which is a lot easier from my understanding compared to like California or somewhere that's a little bit more strict. There it goes. For those of you who aren't familiar with like Japanese tow trucks, they're actually quite different from American or I guess Western tow trucks in the sense that, at least from my understanding, they're a lot more, they just make sense. You know what I mean? Like for example, I mean like the Ram, you know, it's more of like a low car friendly and it's nothing big. The bottom part is obviously flat and you got like a second story or floor or whatever you call it when you need it. And this is obviously a 25-year-old car, but it's just so interesting because like the things that they come up with 25 years ago that America just doesn't even have in today's stuff. It's always cool to see, like, aside from the normal, I guess, like JDM, like sports cars and stuff like that, even these work trucks, they're pretty sick too. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do, because that helps the YouTube algorithm push this video out to more viewers just like you who enjoy this kind of content, and it really motivates me and helps me as well make more content in the future. So without further ado, catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.